viewers, this is Dr. Aisha Nazuk here. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to cover an important video regarding Microsoft Excel and linear regression. So before I start the video, it's a humble request to please support our channel. Kindly like the videos, share with your friends on your social media, etc. And do give us your important comments and feedback through the comment section or dropping me an email. If you are a frequent viewer of my channel, you know that at the end of each video I always share my email address, so we can develop a professional connection. I'm here, Dr. Aisha Nazuk, is PhD in statistics and a faculty member at National University of Science and Technology, Pakistan. Okay, so this video is going to cover an important aspect of linear regression. You know that one of the assumptions of linear regression is that variance of the residual term in the linear regression has a fixed it's a fixed number. It's a typo, has a fixed number. I should write that variance of the residual term in the linear regression is constant. Let's put it this way. So this is one of the important assumption. We also, in technical language, we call it that we have the situation of homoscedasticity. But what if this assumption is not met? I'm not going to talk in detail about how to check whether this assumption is met or not, what are the detection measures, because I have a separate complete video on heteroscedasticity. So the viewers who want to get themselves acquainted with basic concepts of heteroscedasticity, what are the important tests, and how you can adopt some remedial measure for the issue of heteroscedasticity, you are more than welcome to watch the detailed video on heteroscedasticity. I'll post the link of that video in the comment section as well. Okay, so coming to the crux of today's video, let's see if this assumption is not met, that is, we have the problem of heteroscedasticity, then how we can use Microsoft Excel to compute the formulas that are reliable even in the presence of heteroscedasticity. So we know that White's robust standard error are valid or reliable when we have the problem of heteroscedasticity. Many statistical software such as Stata or MATLAB or even Python, they have their computation capacity or coding capacity to report White's robust standard error. But people, those who use only Microsoft Excel, they want to and they're very keen to know how to calculate White's robust standard error through Microsoft Excel. So we have one bad news and one good news. The bad news is the Microsoft Excel doesn't have a readily available formula for White's robust standard error. Okay, but here comes the good news. The good news is we have an add-in, you can say an additional sort of a code that people keep on writing and embedding in Microsoft Excel. So we have an add-in that once we install that add-in, we can easily calculate White's robust standard error through Microsoft Excel. So that add-in is available at this website. I'll also post the link of this website in the comment section. So let's acknowledge that we are using this information or the knowledge shared by the professors Humberto Barreto and Frank Holland. You can explore on Google on details. These are one of the celebrated contemporary econometricians who have offered a new insight into the understanding of econometrics. They have presented the whole case of econometrics through simulations and through the use of hands-on practice on Microsoft Excel rather than some theoretical formulas, because most of the students, I won't say most of the students, but many of the students feel that econometrics is sometimes too quantitative and too theoretical, and they are unable to actually understand the background dynamics of, you can say, sometimes the complex equations and everything. So this is an alternative understanding of econometrics by Humberto Barreto and Frank Holland. Pardon if I'm not pronouncing the name correctly. Anyhow, so you can download this add-in by visiting on this website. So let's visit this website. I'll copy this URL and post in my browser here. Okay, so once I post it here, I land on a useful website where you can see that this is an image of the book that I was just mentioning, and this is Introductory Econometrics using Monte Carlo Simulation with Microsoft Excel. This book is easily downloadable from the Genesis library. I have a video on how to download books from the Genesis library as well. So you can download that book from there. Anyhow, for now I'm going to click here on Excel add-in, and I'll have a couple of different options here. So you can see that one option in the add-in is OLS regression. So I click on OLS regression, and those who want installation instructions, they can click here. I'm clicking on olsregression.xla because the XLA extension is for Excel add-in. So OLS regression is an add-in, that's why it has an extension .xla. So I can save this file, and currently I'm not saving because I've already downloaded, and this whole exercise was to acquaint my dear viewers about how to download the add-in. So currently I'm pressing cancel because I've already downloaded, but you will press OK. Okay, so once you have downloaded, what you're going to do, you'll go in Excel, File, and then Options, and then you'll click on Add-ins, and then click on Go. So once you click on Go, if you have downloaded OLS regression, you will see the option here. Even if you don't see, you can browse and you can locate wherever. For example, if you have stored that in download section, you can locate that here. If you have stored it, downloaded on any other hard drive location or desktop, you can browse here and then press open. I'm not pressing open, you're going to click open because I have already got that in my menu list, but you will click open. So for now, let me click cancel. So once I have OLS regression, you need to make sure that this is checked. In my case, it's already checked. So once you do it for the first time, it will be unchecked, so you'll have to check it. That is, you have to make sure that this box is ticked. Okay, so for now I'm quitting this. Okay, so once you have installed that add-in, what you have to do, you will click on the add-in box, and you'll see that if you have successfully installed the OLS regression add-in, you will see that we have a box here named OLS regression. So I'm going to click here. What you have to do is you have to click on X variable range, Y variable range. So let's suppose that these I'm just selecting because it's just for the purpose of teaching you how to run it. So let's say if I choose up till row number 20, these are my Y values, and X values are suppose the next two columns. So now there are different options. You can store the output in a new worksheet, or you can store the output in the current sheet. Generally I prefer storing the output in a new worksheet so that will be easy or viewer friendly. There are different types of options here. So generally, if you don't want to go into a lot of complications or a lot of, you can say, advanced assumption, this HC naught option is generally correct. So you can click on it, type of robust standard error HC naught, and then you can press OK. So once you press OK, you see here I have shown a warning that the X variable label I have chosen as a number. So I'm going to click that no, because I need to click with the row title. So let me do once again, OLS regression, and X variable range will be along with the titles. Yes, so you see we need to select the row titles as well. and then we have the y variable, so I'll also choose y variable along with the title up till row number 20. Rest of the things are same, so then I press OK. So now you see that we have the robust standard error. So what does that mean? Even in the presence of heteroscedasticity, now these results are interpretable. One additional advantage of robust standard error is, and the estimates of betas, is that they are interpretable or valid even if there is no problem of heteroscedasticity, right? If there is heteroscedasticity, of course these are required, but even if there is no heteroscedasticity issue and you still use this method, there is nothing wrong in it, because you are calculating something which is robust, and robust linguistically mean able to perform equally well in different scenarios. So these estimates work well whether there is hetero or no hetero. Okay, so this was about today's video. I hope you have liked it and you will find it useful. Of course, there is no restriction as to different viewers. They may use different softwares. You can use Stata, you can use Python, MATLAB, R language, or any other language that is of your preference. But I thought some of the people, they feel comfortable working in Microsoft Excel, so this video was typically for those viewers. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe the channel, like it, and share it on your social media.